To the top of the hair, I'm gonna have it there. I'm gonna thinking about the chin, so not including the beard. So I'm gonna have the chin is about roughly over here. I'm gonna keep that enough of emptied black background so it look spooky, right? So the nose looks like right at the center. Yeah, about right at the center over here. So we don't know that's supposed to be highlight. So now I'm gonna look at about a hairline is about over here roughly. So we're gonna get a little bit more and more into it to make sure they get the correct proportion. And I think that it could be the chin a little bit tiny lower, like that. And actually, I use another piece of the canvas. I did a acrylic painting or a gouache painting of a cat, a Christmas cat. I hope that you will be able to find it in the if you're interested in working on the black canvas. And I will just leave the background to be black and should be in the animal. So I'm gonna have the hairline just a little bit tiny lower like that. And you can see that now it's just about like a 3, like at the bottom over here. I'm going to set that a little bit more clear. So I am going to use another, so make the 3 proportion. Look at that. This is tiny, a little bit higher. I cannot see inside the shadow of the nose, but I can see the shadow of the nose when it change. So the nose is a little bit smaller like that. So it's a very simple proportion like that, right? So that's the sketch. So that from here, and I'm gonna move that a little bit tiny onto this side. So this side is black, so I maybe just leave it black, or maybe I'm gonna paint the darker black of charcoal and into that. So I'm gonna see like that. This is good. So now we already know the top of the hairline is right here, right? So I'm gonna cross over here, comparing. Let me face directly to the reference. So I'm not gonna be changing the angle too much, and coming onto this side. Okay, like that. So it could be this is the shadow shape of that. And before I go too far, I'm going to do a little quick measurement. I'm going to measure with the chin. So I see that this about this much. This is the shadow shape. So you have to see like a reverse kind of thinking. So this is, could be the cheekbone, like that coming down. But before we go too much, I really want to measure between this to the hairline. I'm gonna ruffle it to find out what's the relations between this proportionally, the width and the height. So I'm gonna do that right on my screen. From here to the right side, like about 2/3 from here to the top. So that means if I'm gonna take this, it should be from the chin over here to the eyebrows. That's right. From here to the eyebrows equals from here to there. Okay, that's just very simple. So now I'm gonna take a quick look from here to here, and take a look at that. This is good, right there, and just exactly what I just was indicated earlier, like that. So I'm gonna have that down over here. Don't save this time because this measuring is very crucial. So I'm gonna have that coming down here all the way to the bottom here. Okay, this is good. So this is the shadow shape, right? So we can put a little big shape, the brown color like that. This is good. So no matter what medium, doesn't matter what medium we use, the drawing and proportion has to be there. Very important. And also now from here to here, I think this is about like a third. Like the shadow shape over here, a third. So I'm going to get a little bit deeper in here. Like that. So this side should become a little bit more onto the right side. About like that. And when I look at this reference, I will try to make it a little bit more spooky. And so I think I'm going to make the ear a little bit dimmer, because the ear right now is a little bit too clear forward. So, okay, now I'm going to, looks like it would be the eyelid. And right over here, that's the eye. That's just the iris right over there. Okay, this is good. A lot something we don't have to paint and draw, because they are just very dark and black. And now I'm going to also put the ear over here, just be sure we know that this the outside line. So from here is the side side of the temple, like that, and it's going up. And then, so far it looks like skeleton, but it's not. So the top of the ear is about here. Okay, slowly making a decision. And looks like at the bottom of the ear is lined up with the nose. Like that, right? And that's the side of the nose over here. Alright, that's just good. Alright, that's the cat shadow. Now you can see, if you're focusing on shapes, we think about shapes, it will be a lot easier, right? From the bottom of the nose over here to the chin, I think the middle is just right on the upper lip. Can you see it? Right there. And then I'm going to have like a divide from here, divide to the bottom, to divide into 3. That will be like 1 and 2. And this can be, yeah, this part and this part are very much the same. So the bottom over here a little bit smaller, like that. So here you go, like that. Okay, that's okay. Now this is good. So the next thing, look at the nose over here. That's good. Like the bottom over here, a little bit more right here, like that. Okay, and then on the neck, this you have to really pay attention to the shape. I see the space is the negative shape somewhere over there. All right, let's put some color in here to see whether or not the visual will change a little bit. So I have the brown color, and actually I want to use the block to start. I'm going to use this piece of soft pastel block. Over here too. Look at this. This is very soft, but I recognize that. So all the way up over here. Okay, don't worry about if you blur the area, that's just fine. Blur the outline will be fine. We're gonna get it back. Also, if you can see it once, you always see it in your mind. That's good. So set this. Alright, this is good. Like that. And try not to build up too thick on top of the surface, because it's eventually going to come back to bite you. keep a little bit thin. Same thing that we treat the oil painting. Like that. And the ear over here, I'm also going to have a little bit brown color in here. And again, the highlight in the ear, I'm going to dim it down a little bit. So I don't want it to jump out so much. Like this. So over here, I'm going to have a little bit tiny darker. And a little bit darker brown color right over here. That's just good. Now the next thing you're going to see, I'm going to put some light color in the highlight. I'm going to use this small piece of white. I'm going to put it right here, like that. Okay, the top of their eyebrows, a little bit lighter. Okay, that's good, like that. All right, getting there. We're gonna build up the shape. And then the nose over here. Just like a watercolor, we're going to create the larger impression before we go into the details. Okay, that's good. And the eye over here, just put a little bit shape, not much. Like that, this is good. Right here, you see the shape right here. Okay, see the eye, the iris. So here you go. You don't have to be very sure, but over the time, your judgment will become better and better. Okay, here you go. Like that. So you can see the shape of the dark color is right under the light shape, right over there. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to come over here, seeing that shape right here. That's triangle. Like that. That's good. So that we can light up a little bit, thin a little bit. Okay, that's a little bit light shape over here. A little bit lighter shape right here in the middle. Now this is good. So I can soften that a little bit, blend a little bit. And blend a little bit. That's good. You see that? It's going to come together very, very quickly. Right? So you have to hold on your impression. Don't let go. And the top over here, I'm going to have this. Make a little bit tiny softer. That's good. Beautiful. Okay. Ooh, I really like the exaggeration of shades. And this is lots of dust over here. So normally I don't have to, but it's very much vertical, the canvas. But still, because lots of texture on the canvas. So I'm going to blow it a little bit. Okay, a lot better. Okay, now next thing I'm going to do, you see, we haven't done much, but it's just getting there. So I'm going to make this a bit softer too. Okay, that's good. So I can use a clean finger to move it up a little bit. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use a little bit dark color to put into the middle of this, the portrait. So I'm going to use this, my favorite piece that is getting smaller and smaller. That's my little favorite piece, black pastel. All right, I'm gonna come here. See? Perfect, like that. And I'm gonna make this edge a lot sharper. Can you see it? And see, this the dark shape. You have the C shape, C shape. See how the shape connected. Okay, like that. Beautiful. Oh, I like that. Okay, here you go, like this. Actually, I didn't even actually know what their didn't actually recognize. I should already know. Through the 2.5 year study with Gary Kelly in my graduate school study and the MFA in illustration program, and actually I influenced a lot by this guy. And I'm gonna have this in here. The way that he think, the way he even holding the charcoal stick. So if you want to know more about my inspiration of pastel painting, let me know. I send a link to his website. Okay, now this is good. Now I'm gonna even have the bottom over here. Don't worry about that. Pastel is very easy to change. So if you feel like, oh, the shape a little too big, yeah, do I want to get 100% of that? Even if it's not 100% with that, even if it doesn't look like the reference, but it may be better, right? Do you have a kind of think about the possibility? It could be better. Doesn't have to be the same in order to be good, right? Okay, sounds like a interesting thought. Okay, coming down over here. Now coming back in here. You see this a little bit dark color all the way down over here. I getting more and more love this. Okay, this is good. You see, this is like a triangle shape all the way coming down, right? This is good. Now take a look at the nose, okay? And I always do that. I don't actually stay in one spot for too long because it makes you lost your direction. You have to keep playing with the entire, going around the entire artwork. Doesn't matter what medium you use. You have to keep going around the entire artwork so that your mind is always thinking about the entire artwork. Every inch should be in your mind, should be in a part of the artwork. Now I'm going to see this shape. I'm going to coming over onto this side, should be the same level. So I'm going to take a look at it. It could be a little bit tiny lower. That's good. Like that. And here you go. Now I'm going to at the bottom over here. Now I'm going to switch. I'm going to take a look over here first. Like this. That's good. I feel like you don't have to do the eye on this side. It probably make it even more spooky. Do you think? Okay, that's good. I'm coming a little bit more in here. And this all blend in into the background. Okay, like that. And the hair. That's good. Like that. Coming down over here. I'm going to have this slanted a little bit. This angle. Okay, pretty good. Now I'm going to come to the ear over here. And if you let yourself stay in the eye area, you're going to get all the way and making the eye looks complete while everything else is still haven't started it, or maybe in a very early stage. So don't do that. You want to actually keep going around. Okay, so the ear looks good like this. So I probably don't really need to have the lighter value for the ear, but you're gonna see. So I'm gonna have this, keep everything open. I'm gonna take a look at the mustache. Like that. Here you go. Yeah, and that's good. And reinforce the shape over here. Okay, this is good. Like that. Actually, lots of those things, we don't have to draw that much, but it's okay. Sometimes if you want to give a little bit more emphasis, go for it. This is fine. Okay, have it like this. Okay, and I might be ending up to actually putting the black to the entire canvas so that I can actually make it a more consistent. But we're gonna see. Keep your mind open. Okay, now I'll come back over here, do a little bit gray color. So I'm gonna have this a little bit dark gray color. I have a whole section of my palette to be just the gray tone. Okay, I'm gonna have a few over here. Need to be a little bit more lighter. Okay, here you go. Just a little gray. Like that. Okay. That's good. Maybe a little bit softer. If you think it's a little bit too harsh, just soften that a little bit tiny. Also, I can do a little bit over here. This is not exactly white, okay? It's just a little bit light gray. I use the light gray color. And just give a little bit suggestions of that. Okay, that's good. Over here too. Give a couple. And very much when you get to this point, it looks like, oh, it's already, it can be fine. It can be done. Okay, not yet. We still have time. We still have at least another half hours of this portrait card meeting. So I'm going to keep going. But you can end this artwork at any time you want. I want to zoom in a little bit. Now I'm going to do a little bit tiny blending. And I'm going to come back over here to something I need to reshape a little bit more. Now I'm going to come back to here, use the dark color. And I think the corner of the mouth need to be lower. Okay, now do a little bit adjusting. Okay, we already have enough on the canvas to work with. So let's do a little adjusting. So this is good. Okay. I'm going to also put some dark color in the shadow side over here. And be careful, don't let your finger touch the surface much. Okay. And try to lift your whisk, lift your palm away from the pastel painting. Okay, that's good, like that. Okay, now it's good. I'm going to put this down a little bit. See that? Here you go. Now get the shadow. Oh, now I have to thinking about either this going a little bit more. It looks like this can come a little bit to the right. Okay, it looks like this need to be come back to the right a little bit because this shape a little bit too narrow, and in the or I'm going to have this a little bit, cut it in a little bit more on this shape. Okay, so keep thinking about shape, how that look. Okay, that's good. And here, look at that shape over here and the right side, and this come down a little bit tiny more. Okay, that's good. All right, I'm going to cover that a little bit. And this Look at that. This side come in a little bit tiny more. Whenever you can, use the whole side of the chalk so you can cover a lot faster. Like this. Okay, it's good. And on this side, I'm going to soften it a little bit. Make a little bit blending into the background. Okay. Oh, I like that. I like those texture. I'm going to keep that like this. Oh, I do like that texture. Really nice. Now I'm going to come back over here, give a little bit warm brown color. Now I'm going to have a little bit deeper warm brown color. So this is a pretty dark. So I'm going to take a look over here. Oh, this is very dark. So I'm going to put this color here. Sometimes I have to mix a few colors together to get the color I want. So here I'm going to have that a little bit darker. Like that. This is good. And that's good. And I'm going to come in a little bit over here. And I think that some of the small area I need to get the pencil. Okay. And now I'm going to have the black. And I'm going to come a little bit more in over here. That's good. Like that. There you go. So let's give the suggestions of the facial hair. Okay, even though it doesn't really see from the reference. So I give a little suggestions of that, a little bit softer. Right over here, this is good. I'm going to have that coming up a little bit more. Okay, this is good. Blend that into, this is good. Yeah, like that. Come here, this is good. And this dark shape, make sure have that the edge a little bit more clear. That's just good. All right, now I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to use a little bit darker red. And with this is a dark, like a red purple. Okay, I'm going to have this a little bit darker red. This is maybe a little bit too light. So I'm going to see. I'm going to have the lip over here. Like that. That's just good. Ooh, nice. I'm going to have the black. They're all soft charcoal. Okay. That's good. That's good, like that. I have those a lighter, so I'm gonna take a little bit more of the, like just give a little bit, very little subtle suggestions of little light shape, like that. That give a good suggestions, and I'm gonna use the darker purplish. That's just good. Now I'm going to have a little bit tiny red up over here. Let's see, where is it? That should be right here. Okay, right there. Look for it. Think about it before you do it. And on top of that, now I'm going to use a little bit more the yellow or the yellow ochre. Okay. that little bit yellow ochre right in here. That's good. Now I'm going to have a little bit lighter right over there. Now you see that a little bit interesting, like a 3 different time. Now I'm going to come back here, take a look at the edge of this shape. It come out a little bit tiny more, like that. It's good, right there. Now I'm gonna have a little bit more red. Now I'm gonna have this. You see the red color right in here. You see that right over here. I'm gonna use the red, putting that in there. You see, if you just the brown, it may be not enough because you want the fresh color. Like that. That's good. Right there. I have a lot warmer. Okay. Yeah. I kind of like, I was thinking about using charcoal. But I was thinking about if I want a stronger feeling, and then the color may help. So I changed my mind and said, okay, I'm going to do pastel. Okay, I'm going to have this up a little bit softer on this side. I can even make this even softer. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. I'm going to have this. I can see that. It's very, very soft. Like this. Okay, this is good. Now I'm going to take a look at the eye. Okay, so before I go into the eye, I want to really modify the color. Let's give it a little bit warmer. So I'm going to take a look at my pastel stick over here. Ooh, I have some really interesting deep red color. So okay, I'm going to come back using this a small piece and take a look at that right here. Like this. I'm going to have this a lot richer. Okay, a lot richer color. See that? That's good. And then I come back here, the red brown color. Okay, here we go, like that. And have a little bit brown color here too. Okay, that's good, like that. Now continue. There's a little bit brown color here too, like that. And this in the middle over here has brown color. Okay, that's good, like that. That need to be a lot darker. I'm going to push the dark color in from the outside. Okay. Right, this is good. I'm going to have this also. So often, especially when we paint oil and pastel, so often that we're thinking about the transition color, say the mid-tone color between one color to the other color. It can be just blend in from the color in, from one color to the other color, with getting the color in between so often that it's not. Now I'm gonna come back to the top over there, and I'm gonna have this color, a little bit brown color over here. Now I'm gonna smiley line, and I'm gonna gradually working into that. Okay, have that color down over here. So this is good. There's a little bit. Okay, take a look at here, and a little bit deeper. Okay, like that, pretty good. And over here too. I want to have the color a little bit tiny thicker because I don't want it to look like too much black showing off through this. Okay. I'm going to just use my skin to remove some of the pastel. This is good. All right. Now, I'm gonna come with the black. Here you go. That coming in a little bit. It's all about looking at the size of the shape and how the shapes working together. Like for example, between this shape, how wide is this shape, and compared to the light shape over here, and you can figure it out the proportion, whether or not this is correct. This is called measuring using their shapes. And now I'm going to take a look at this mighty line, like a little bit darker here now. Okay, here you go. Like that, coming down over here. That's pretty good. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, I'm going to have this a little bit darker, tiny, so I can make this a little bit darker. I don't want this a little bit too clear, so I'm going to soften that a little bit. Okay, a little bit better, but I'm going to have a little bit tiny brown color outside over here. So seeing that like a little bit more on this side. And okay, and the ear, I do need to have a little bit tiny. Okay, a little bit tiny. I'm going to have that a little bit tiny yellowish white. I'm going to put that a little bit over here. But I don't want to make it a little bit too much contrast to jump out. So a little bit tiny over here. Like that. It's good enough. And the bottom over here. That's probably good enough. Okay. And the brown color, I'm going to use a little tiny brown color again. And take a look at this a little bit wider. Okay. Try to make it a little bit dimmer, so I'm going to have that feeling, the ear a little bit more to the back. And now I'm going to have the very dark, that's a little big shadow, and coming down this way. That's good, like that. So okay, less is the better. Okay, that's good. I'm going to just soften this texture. Okay, it's good. Like that. All right, pretty much there. I'm going to prepare the inside the iris. And almost there. So now I'm going to use this little bit soft. So when I use even the black, but it's not really exactly heavy, it doesn't show it's a black, just a little bit darker, right? A little bit dimmer. This is good. That's good, like that. And now over here, this is a little bit too light. So first I'm going to remove that a little bit, touch it on it. This is good. I'm going to use the dark, the black, small black shape. And here you go. I'm going to have this a little bit tiny, coming down a little bit. Okay, here you go. All right, now getting more and more scary, right? Okay, not really. Right, so I'm going to have the white, coming the white over here on the forehead. You see this area. That's good. It now gets smaller and smaller. Like that. Good. On the top over here too. I find it the canvas kind of interesting. So try different surfaces and to see which one you like a little bit more. Try it yourself. Don't just believe what other people tell you. Through the experience, you maybe realize something that you never, like you're finding something. Okay, this is good. Now, I'm going to have a little bit softer white charcoal. And I like this, like small pieces of chalk. This is actually golden. Now over here, now I'm going to have this. Ooh, lots of color on top of that. This is not really good. And I'm going to use this. Here you go. A little bit lighter. Okay, that's good. Now, right here. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And I'm going to have a little bit lighter right over here too. Like that. I'm going to make this a little bit lighter. All right, that's good. And the bottom over here a little bit softer. Let me look at my fingers. It's all dirty, so I'm going to use the paper towel to wipe it off a little bit. Okay. Okay, actually, I have lots of brushes in front of me. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a little brush, a small #1 brush. I'm going to just soften it a little bit. So the white doesn't really show that white. Okay, this is good. I'm going to have the black coming back here. That. Okay, that's good. I'm going to have a little bit out a little bit. That's good. Like that. And the middle over there, it should have a little bit more brown color in the middle over here, so it doesn't look like it's so cold. So I'm gonna have that, unless you want it to be really, really scary looking. So I'm gonna have that, even a little red on the edge over here, like that. So from the distance, you can see that it's a little bit warmer. Okay, not really that cold. Okay, like that too, and the edge over here. Sometimes all we need to know is cold or warm. Okay, this is good. Now the next thing I'm gonna work into, it will be the little details. I'm gonna look into the eye. Okay, now I'm gonna use the very white and take a look at where's the. This is very, very white. I'm going to take a look at that. Okay, now I'm going to have this. Here you go. Now is the time coming over here. That's good. All right, now take a look on this side. The eye white. Okay, good. Coming a little bit over here. Oh, I don't want to get the. I want to get the little bit dark color over here. Sometimes you think about black, you still need to think about, is that warm or that cool? Okay, over here, this triangle, a little bit more off to the left. Okay, that's good, right here. Okay, that's good. All right, I'm gonna have a little bit tiny brown color. a little bit brown color right here. Okay, now we can have that a little bit black in here, a little bit more. And now I'm going to take a look at the white. It's really scary, right in the middle over there. Right there. How close to the top? You have to see that there's a catch to shadow. Right there. Okay. Ooh, I like that. And I'm going to have a little bit brown color in the reflection at the bottom. Like that. Okay, looks like the eye white. It'll come back a little bit tiny more. So now I'm going to use that. This is a brand new white. I'm just going to put this. Look at the corner. Look at the corner where it's touching the surface. Like that. Okay. Definitely is too much. Too big. Okay. Now I'm going to have the black. Come back over here. Now I'm going to cut that a little bit off. Cut the shape. Cover a little bit more. That's good. And here. Deduct a little bit. That's just good. Now the brown color. A little bit tiny brown. And here. Like that. Just use the corner of this. Like this. Okay, here we go. Not yet. Okay, that's good. Need to be a little bit warmer. So, get a little warmer. Darker, warmer. Here we go. It's always so much fun. Okay, like that. Ooh, that's a little warm. That's exactly what we want. I need to have a little bit more onto this side. Okay, that's good. I'm going to have a little bit black, a little bit more black, a little bit more clear over here. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to use a little bit lighter, a little bit tiny light. And the top over here, use the pencil. Okay, right from here. Okay, right from here. A little bit more. That's perfect. Like that. I'm going to have a little bit brown color all the way extended into this side. Like that. That's good. Right. I'm going to have the little bit brown color over here too. Make it a little bit more. That's good. A little bit warmer on this side too, on the edge. That's good. Like that. Now the eyes really look scary, isn't it? Huh? Okay. The black over here, I'm going to deduct a little bit tiny more. That's good. Just a little bit more. I'm going to make sure that it's very clear. Now I'm going to come to the other side. So I'm going to just use a very little, very soft light. Very soft highlight right over here. Look at that. Check twice. Okay. Hit right here. Like that. Scary. And I'm going to have a little bit brown coming over here. Like that. This is good. A little bit tiny lighter. Like that's not so light. So I'm going to have a little bit like a yellow ochre coming up over here. Tiny. I'm going to make sure they have in a black. A little bit more clear. Okay. That's good. And that may be a little bit here. Okay. One of the things about the canvas, the texture is very strong. Okay. And compared to the paper, that's okay. That looks pretty good. And what I want to do here, I want to have that little bit more brown color. And I'm going to have the brown color coming in a little bit more. So I'm going to make this a little bit come in a little bit tiny more on the face. I even make that more spooky. Okay, that's good. Happy Halloween. Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit darker over here. I can mix that, the dark color, the black color with that brown together. Okay, and now I'm gonna come back to use a little bit tiny more white, like on the cheek over here. Now I'm gonna make that a little bit tiny more white into that. That's just good. Ooh, look at that. That's good. Like that. And coming down over here a little bit slower. Okay. Now this is good. You see that the form, we just created it. And over here, I can have that high, a little bit higher. Just use the corner of this. A little bit tiny higher. That's good. Like that. Okay. I'm going to have this coming in a little bit tiny more. Suggest that the facial hair coming a little bit more in here. And but I think this is pretty good. Happy Halloween.